Don't know about your house, but my house, it's like this. It's football season. The Raiders are on. I come in. The kids are sitting in my chair, and I'm like, what? I'm like,
Papa has a chair.
You're sitting in.
Interesting.
Papa's got a new bag.
Papa's got a brand new bean bag.
That's right. And that's what we're doing here today is because Matt Rogers is going to show you how you can go old school with your kids and give them a special place to sit where you all enjoy the big games.
I'm really pumped about this. I'm actually calling it, out of the 3.5 years I've been on the show and I've done DIYs, this will be the most done DIY that I've done out of all my
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
It's
All
that
right.
good.
Okay.
It's that good.
All right. So
It's usable. I like it.
It's very usable. It's very current because, like I said, it's retro, but this is like really cool. Like people would want this in their house, especially now being football
retro
season.
too.
Very retro. So I did this because exactly like you said, I'm the same way. I have my seat in the house, and when football's on, I really do. It's like Braden, Mace,
Yeah.
It's gotten to the point now. It's like, okay, Dad. Like I don't have to say it.
Come on, we earned that.
Yeah.
Because I had to do that for my dad.
It's true. Yeah. They don't have their own chair, and I did this for them, and they absolutely love it. And now they feel special, cool, and like they look forward to football now.
I know
It's
you're
a football.
probably looking at us going, really? You're treating your kid? You know what I had to do? My dad would be like, change the channel.
Oh
and
my
I'd sit
gosh,
there
that's
until
right,
he
there was
found
no
something.
remote.
No, again,
You'd
change
have to
the
go
channel.
up there and change.
And
Fix
then
the
just
bunny
as soon as
ears.
I get back, he'd be like, no, I don't want to watch that anymore. You have to go change the channel.
Right. But now my kids have their own chair, and it's funny that you said the 70s because the beanbag was actually created by accident in 1968. When they were,
there it is.
when they were working
That's what they used to look like.
and that's the old school. But by accident, all of the old factory workers, they're working in the factory, and all of the leftover materials from the assembly line, they would just throw it in a bag. And one day during lunch, the coworkers, the people who were working in the factory, sat down on the bag of beans, and they're like, wow, this is really comfortable. And they're eating, they're like, it forms to my body, and this is great.
That's amazing.
And it became the beanbag.
Wow.
And they started with that picture like we showed, in the pleather back in the day.
Well, I hope those factory workers became bazillionaires.
I know. And you
They're
know what I'm
working so
thinking?
hard.
You know what I'm thinking? Because I had a beanbag. You know what I also had that we should bring back? What? Waterbed.
Never.
DIY
Nobody
waterbed.
needs a waterbed ever. All right, you got started on this earlier today.
I
Let's
did.
take
I
a
came
look.
in this morning. So basically what we started with, we chose flannel, and I cut them 4 pieces. Each piece is 48 by 22. You can go any size you want. And then the ribbons, the seams of the outside, I cut those 24 by 5. You glue the outside edges. You can be pretty liberal with the glue. Put it on nice. Again, those are the stripes at the end of the football. And you glue those on, and you got to do them individually. So those are the 4 pieces. I'm putting them back together, stacked on top of each other evenly. And what I'm doing here, and that's the middle of the fabric, I'm marking the lines because I'm not the best drawer in the world. And what this is helping me do is trace the line, the outline of the football. So I'm tracing it into a football. And again, those are stacked on top of each other. So when I cut it, I don't have to cut it 4 times. I'm cutting it once, and they're all there. Now this is the inside seams where the quarterback would hold the football. Took a normal piece of ribbon, glued it on, stuck it in the middle, and then I put 5 pieces on top of it, and there you have the seams of your football.
Cool.
Now,
Seamless.
yeah, so I took the 4 pieces, you face them on top of each other, and you glue the outside edges. So again, that's face to face. That's why you're not seeing the white ribbons, and you see them on the inside. So when you open it. So the reason you do that is because afterwards, which I'll show you when we come out of this pre-tape, I'm going to pull it out from being inside out, and it's going to be really smooth, just like you see right there.
Oh, I
so
love it.
right here, you see how smooth it is? That's because we're going to pull it inside out. This is the parts we glued. You can see it's ugly, and you don't want that on the outside, and we're going to pull it inside.
Okay, so what do we do now?
So I left a little edge right here.
Okay.
So, and you want to leave a little opening because you're going to put the styrofoam in, and then also you're going to stick your hand in, grab the corner, and pull it out.
Like
Wish
a
I'd have known you would
pillowcase.
have done that. I would have put like a snake in there or something.
Pull it inside. Do this joke.
Because honestly, no, you guys act like
that would have been funny.
boys are 12-year-olds.
So here we go.
Forever.
So check this out. We made a funnel because it's going to be easier. Mark right here, we clip the edge, and I love how Dave Lowe and Summer cut it for me because they knew I would probably cut it too big. Because if you cut the edge too big, this stuff is going to go everywhere.
And
so
that'll
in the
be
pre-tape,
nightmare.
we had to do a lot of vacuuming. So they cut the edge for me, and Deb, you could hold the funnel.
So you made it just a paper funnel. That's easy.
Paper funnel, put it in there.
Okay, Mark.
And then
Could you do the honors, please?
Pull
Want
the
me to lift this by
styrofoam
myself?
inside us.
You
What's
want me
that?
to lift this by myself?
I know, it's going to be heavy. Don't throw your back out.
Look at him. There he goes. Mark Steinis. Look at him go. Okay.
Do you know how heavy that is? It's like less than 2 pounds.
And then fill it up. So again,
that's
you
actually
can
great.
use any type of fabric you want. Now to go a little bit on the less expensive route, this
Could
is
you hold
flannel.
it higher? Because that would actually, that would help me if you.
Oh, you want us to go lower? Oh, he's joking us.
sorry.
He's joking us. And we actually believed him.
This fabric is flannel. You could use corduroy, you could use cotton, and if you really want to get crazy, I mean, it gets expensive when you start using leather, but this is on the less expensive side. And then also the size, you can customize it any way you want. I gave you the measurements earlier. We went 48 by 22, and that will fill up about a bag and a half.
All right, I'm going to leave it like that.
These,
I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to sit over here, and I'm going to tell you something, another little tip. You probably don't want to fill it up too much because you actually want it to form to your body, right?
Yeah, we didn't fill it up too much. Deb, there you go. Get comfortable, Deb. Get
Somebody
comfortable.
get me a
Nice.
There you go.
drink.
And